Hello, my name is Michelle Turner. I am a realtor here in the Asheville area. I am powered by eXp Realty. And with me is one of my favorite lenders, Cody Fox with Atlantic Bay Mortgage. And we're going to talk to you a little about what closing costs look like. Once you've gotten your approval letter, you've gotten your offer accepted, and we've gone through the due diligence period. What does it look like when we get to the closing table?
When it comes to the closing cost, we look at that from the very beginning. Even though a lot of it is just estimated, this is an additional amount that you're bringing to the closing table on top of any down payment that you are required to bring.
And as we talk about getting to the closing table and those closing costs, which Cody's going to discuss with you, keep in mind that when we put an offer in, that also involves earnest money and due diligence money. I have a couple of blogs explaining those. If you need some help with those, they can get a little confusing. Happy to answer any questions. But those we put in to get our offer accepted. And that money will then come off the amount at closing that you need to bring to the table.
Yeah, it's sort of like a credit at the off of your bottom line. It's something
Right.
that you've already prepaid, and you're not having to pay anything extra towards that.
Okay.
It's not an extra fee or anything.
Right.
The different closing costs, again, we estimate those at the very beginning because there's a lot of third party. Think of it like this: anything that's required for the loan, we've got to disclose to you an estimate of it at the very beginning. So the things that would be required as part of the loan would be making sure that you have homeowners insurance on there, that the taxes, the real estate taxes that the county or city have placed on that property. We've got to estimate those as well. The attorney is another one that we estimate, but that's a third party. They're going to be the ones that do the title work on it, and you'll go to them to sign the documents at closing. The appraisal is also going to be required, and depending on the type of home or the different type of program, there may be additional closing costs and inspections that we know are going to be required, but that are going to be included in that estimate at the very beginning. Things like your general inspection, though, which I highly recommend that you get, and Michelle will get that scheduled for you and get that taken care of. That's not going to show on that estimate because it's not something that we require on the lending side of things. But I'm sure you'll.
Yeah, and it's something that you would have paid for at the time of the inspection or prior to the inspection, depending which way you choose.
And the same with the appraisal. If you pay for it up front, even though it is on the estimate, it'll be credited at that you have paid it outside of closing on that final closing disclosure. Similar to how the earnest money and the due diligence would show as a credit on there too. With the different loan types out there and different home types that are out there, some of the examples of some inspections or other items, different closing costs that you might have that are different than others. With VA, they do have a funding fee that is financed into the loan. So you're going to see that it's not coming out of pocket, but you will see that on the loan estimate, the initial estimate, and that closing disclosure. With FHA, they have an upfront mortgage insurance that's also included in the financing of it. So nothing out of pocket, again, on the estimate. An inspection example would be with VA as well. The VA does require for any property to have a pest inspection completed on it. So that's a fee that you'll see disclosed on that estimate. If you're buying a manufactured home, we know that a structural inspection is going to be needed for those as well. So that will show on that estimate. Now, if you're paying for these again up front, then it would not be paid duplicate at the closing table. Conventional doesn't necessarily have anything extra, but you have a shared well as an example, or a shared septic, then those sorts of inspections may come up that we need to have done that you pay prior to closing.
Okay, Great. I hope we provided you some great information today to help get you started. I'm going to have all of Cody's contact information as well as a link if you want to go ahead and do the application process straight from the link on the website. And we look forward to seeing you. You know, let us know if we can answer any questions. We're easily reachable, email, text, phone call, whatever works best for you.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, have a great day.